Internet privacy, the apps that protect you from your apps. Worried about the data collected about you? A new generation of startups is making apps to put your privacy settings straight. Tech companies don't have favorite songs, but if they did, they would all pick Radiohead's Just, You Do It to Yourself, You Do / and That's What Really Hurts, they would croon, staring their users dead in the eye. And strictly speaking, they'd be right. Many of the worst excesses of the industry are, technically, optional. The world isn't actually a binary choice between living in a surveillance state and opting out of all technological development since the turn of the millennium. You can opt out, you just have to know how. Of course, that knowledge is not always easily acquired, nor is it necessarily easy to apply. So a new breed of services has arrived to try to help normal users take control of their digital lives. Companies including Disconnect.me and Jumbo act as something like a digital concierge for their users, tweaking privacy settings, deleting sensitive data and throwing a spanner into the inner workings of surveillance capitalism. But there's a Faustian pact involved. To use the privacy apps to their fullest requires handing them a level of control over your digital life that would be all too easy to abuse, and it's hard to be certain that any company can be trusted with information that's sensitive. The primary justification for the rise of privacy apps is the proliferation of settings screens in our lives and the powerful options buried within them. Web platforms are complex beasts, with sprawling networks of linked services, spin-offs and acquisitions, each of which treats users differently, has a separate place to change privacy settings, and any one of which could theoretically expose some information you would rather was kept private. Adding to the confusion is the fact that what your settings are at any given moment probably depends on when you made your account, when you last logged in, and how good you are at reading pop-ups that flash in front of you when you just want to find out the address of the party you're going to. Notoriously, Facebook has even actively changed privacy settings in the past, a practice for which it was hit with a consent decree by the U.S. Federal Trade Commission in 2011, which it then broke in the course of the Cambridge Analytica scandal, leading to a $5 billion fine. But even if a company hasn't been so creepy as to actively change privacy settings to maximize the amount of information you publish, it can still be hard to find out exactly what you are sharing. For instance, whether or not Google is tracking your physical location 24/7 through your Android phone depends entirely on when you first used Google Maps and whether you have changed any settings since. For more on this story, visit the news article link.